Hi guys, welcome to Ubuntu Yoga. My name is Damien, and today I invite you to explore a bit of yoga for scoliosis, which obviously is great to help lengthen and straighten the spine, but it also works phenomenal even if you don't have any problem or any scoliosis, to loosen up any tension that you might have in your back and or to warm up. Yeah, so let's start. First exercise, we're going to come to all four. So you can adjust on your mat so that you have the hands kind of below your shoulders, your knees above, below the hips, and be on all four. You're trying to keep your back straight. It doesn't have to be too curved or too round, kind of like long. Yeah, and then the game is trying to keep the back stable as you move the body. So we'll do opposite arm and the legs, and we'll do each movement twice before switching side. Yeah? So let's do it together slowly, as you can sync with your breath. Inhale, extend, exhale. And then same side. Inhale, extend, exhale. Now switch. Inhale, exhale. And then as you do this, alternating, try to keep the line of your spine like a beam, like a support, long and kind of stable. Don't move it too much. Yeah? And each side is one cycle. So this is number 4. And keep going gently, slowly, mindfully. Number 5. And we'll repeat up to 10. 6, 7, 3 more times. 8, and 9. Last one. Good. And then from here, what you can do, number 2, you can sit back into a child pose. Extend your arms in front, bring your forehead to the floor. Reach your tailbone back as you extend your fingertips forward. Take a few breaths here. Softening, relaxing. And then, keeping the same shape, you're now going to bend sideways a little bit like a banana. So you're going to walk your hands as far as you can, let's say to the left, and then bring your head down again. And as you do that, open the right side of your spine, of your rib cage, of your shoulder. Take about 5 deep breaths. Slowly release, and then walk over to the left. And then go down. So side bending from the child pose pattern. Slowly come up, and then repeat again. And you'll see maybe you're able to go a little bit further. Don't worry too much about how far you go. Stick with the feeling, the smoothness in your breathing, a sense of ease, comfort. And you can slide over. To the other side. And maybe 2 more times on each side. So this would be number 3. And I'm trying to create a little bit of tension. Right now I feel in the side of my right shoulder. And then I try to breathe in there, connecting with a sense of space, openness as I inhale, and a sense of release, softening when I exhale. So you're always working from the breath, with the breath, inside your breath. Okay, and then one more time. And you might feel one side a little bit tighter, a little bit shorter than the other. Quite normal. Especially if your spine has side curves. Good, and slowly release. Come back. Maybe rest into child pose. You could bring your hands down by your feet. And again, take a few breaths there. And then exercise number 3. You want to lift your hips a little bit above the knees. Adjust your stance to be maybe a little bit longer. And then we're going to thread the needle. So I'm going to slide, let's say, my right arm under my left and bring my shoulder kind of toward the edge of my mat. And then I bring shoulder down. I rest the side of my head on the floor. And then I'm going to start reaching the arm straight. And then slowly, to help me twist, I'm going to start walking my left hand toward the opposite corner of the mat to really open my spine and maybe even cavitate a vertebrae or two. Cavitation is when you feel a nice, pleasant crack in your spine, a little pop. It can happen around your vertebrae, but it can happen also anywhere, any joint. And then a few breaths here. And then slowly release. Switch side. So it's going to be shoulder toward the opposite side. Head on the floor. Reaching the arm. Twisting. Breathing. Softening. And again, switch side. So you do a few times on both sides, anywhere between 3 and 5. Few breaths in each. And switching over. Don't stretch too hard. Just find a place where you have a bit of tension that you can breathe into. And for now, we'll just do one more on each side. Notice maybe every time you can go a bit further. Not that that matters, but it's just noticing you might have a bit more space than when you started. Just twist, breathe, smile. and then slowly release. And again, you can find a child pose. Relax there for a minute, a moment. And for exercise number 4, we're actually going to stand up. And actually, I'm going to turn my back to you so I can show you the nice t-shirt that I got from Ubuntu. So, hands on the side, my feet are a little wider than the hips, hands on the side, and I'm just going to switch from one side, sliding down, the other hand lifting up to the other, gently reaching over, maybe touching the side of the knee. I can exhale on the way down, I can inhale on the way up. Maybe about 10 times on both sides, nice and slow, shifting, tilting, trying to not twist too much. Try to include the neck in that movement of your spine. Maybe 3 times on both. And if you do your movements with ease, with comfort, which is the art of vinyasa, maybe you'll start to notice the Buddha smiling at you. Good. And then center. Notice how you feel. And then last one, we'll do sitting down again. Okay, so last exercise will include lateral chain that go from the hip into the shoulder. You want to cross your legs loosely, stacking the shins on top of each other. So I'm going to put my foot on my femur, and then the knee kind of goes there. Make sure it doesn't put too much pressure on your knees. And then from this, I'm going to round and twist as if I wanted to go and kiss my knee, opposite knee. And then I breathe there, and I feel a really nice stretch that wraps around my back from the hip, this whole side. So I'm rounding, I'm curling. And then slowly come up. And then switch your legs, opposite direction. And then you're going to round and fold over to go say hi to your other knee. On this side, actually, I feel it also in my adductors here. So wherever it is for you, and maybe in the beginning, you could cross your legs like this. You could also not go so far down. Maybe something like this. You feel it already. Great. Coming up slowly. And switching side. Twisting and rounding. Find what works for you. Okay, let's go one more on each side. But, anything that feels good, you can definitely repeat a bit more. 5, 6, 8 times. And then eventually you can find a place where you're comfortable, sitting straight, tall, centered. Feeling the weight in your hips, pelvis, your spine, shoulders, neck, and head. And hopefully everything stacking together in a way that is cozy, that is comfortable, that is happy. Thank you guys. Try it and enjoy. Let us know how it went.